Hello guys, so in this video we will be going to discuss how we can trigger an AWS Lambda function whenever any file get uploaded to the S3. So first we will see what would be the production scenario where we can use this functionality, and then after we will go to the console and will implement this. Okay, so let us suppose an scenario you have hosted an application onto the AWS cloud, and there is a functionality on the front end that any user can update his profile picture. Okay, so but you wanted to apply some of the restrictions on the profile picture. Let us suppose that you want, if a user is uploading the profile picture size is is greater than 2 MB, you wanted to apply some of the kind of compression technique on that. If the dimension of that image is more than X and Y, you wanted to kind of make that dimension of that image less than X and Y. Okay, so what you will going to do is, the once a user uploaded the profile picture, in the same way you will just pass it to the S3, and then after in the result asynchronously AWS Lambda will be getting triggered for those upload, and then after that that Lambda will be responsible for either decompressing those image or maybe fixing the size whatever you want. So this is one of the scenario. Maybe there could be number of scenarios where we need this kind of a way. Okay, so now I am on the console. So first we will going to create a function, and then after we will see how we can implement. Okay, so I will give it a name like S3 trigger, keep the runtime as Python 3.11, and then after keeping all the configuration as the default one. So I think once it is creating, meanwhile we can go to the S3 console and create a bucket. So I will name it as test lambda trigger bucket, and I think I am in audio region, so I will keep the region as same. US is 2, and keep all the configuration as default. Okay, so this name already exists, so I will 1 2 3 4 just to make it a unique. Yeah, now this has been created. Okay, so this S3 bucket has been created. Now we will go back to this AWS Lambda function. So this S3 trigger has been created, and if you see the here, like it is kind of the Lambda function, like whatever code you wanted to execute it. So what I will going to do is, I will going to add a print statement event comma context, so that we got to know like how we will get the information around like which S3 file, which S3 bucket, and what is the file type, file size get uploaded to the S3. So basically just to get the information around the trigger that happens. Okay, so I have deployed this now. So if you go inside the in the monitoring section, so as of now there is no trigger, like we haven't triggered this lambda function a single time. So what I will do, I will upload a file. Sorry, my bad. So before that, what we need to do is, we wanted to trigger this lambda function from S3 event. So I will click on this add trigger function. Okay, then after I click on select trigger, kind of I wanted to trigger it from the S3. Then after it asks for what is the bucket name, so for bucket name I will select this text lambda trigger bucket 1234. So it is asking for like which event type you want, like on a specific which event type you wanted to like execute this lambda function. So all the object create event, put request, post request, copy request, or multiple upload completed. So like based on your use, you can select anything. So for now I will, I think, select all object create event. Then after it says prefix enter us to this kind of let us suppose you have a bucket, and inside the bucket you only wanted to trigger this lambda function if any file get uploaded inside a folder specifically, right? So you can add that prefix here, but for now I will not add any prefix. Then after, in the similar way, suffix. Then after, say recursive invocation. So what is recursive invocation is, so suppose an scenario, you have uploaded and file to the S3, and once you upload that S3 file, in result an AWS Lambda got triggered. And in the AWS Lambda, what you are doing is kind of you are compressing that image and then after uploading it again to the same S3 bucket. Okay. But now if you see, if you upload this compressed image to the S3 bucket, again there is a lambda to get triggered. So this is kind of a recursive invocation happens, right? It would not get be stopping anytime. So kind of AWS is warning us, like make sure if your function writes object to an S3 bucket, ensure that you are using different S3 bucket for input and output, right? So this is what kind of AWS is teaching us. So I think so we can add that I acknowledge, like we understand this. So now we will add this. Okay, so now this trigger has been added. So now we can, I think, test this. So what I will do is I will go to the S3 bucket and then after click on add file, and I will going to add a new PDF here. Now I upload it. Yeah, so this file get uploaded, and if you go onto the monitoring section, so I will go into the logs. So for the recent invocation, I think as of now there is no recent invocation. Might be data is loading. I will quickly refresh it. Okay, so now there are logs. I think might be why it is taking time. I think let's see if we got the logs on the CloudWatch console. Yeah, we have logs here, so might be it is kind of delaying a little bit in the list. Yeah, but we got this here. So I will open it. Then after what I will do, like I will so we got the event and kind of context here printout. So what I will do, I will copy this up to this, like, so this is kind of event, then after context is get printed out. So in the context, I think there is not many, I think much required thing for this, like it is kind of a default one. So first it is AWS request ID, and then after log group name, then after log stream name. So all those information are like just the related to Lambda only. So I will copy this event in the VS Code just to understand it better, and then after I will quickly format it for better readability. And yeah, I have like formatted as an like good looking JSON. So now if you see, the first key name is record, and so if you see like first, like record is in kind of array. So if you have uploaded like multiple files, so for that reason record is kind of like array. So the number of array element will be equal to the number of files we have uploaded. So let's first see what is inside the record. So first we have this event version. So event version is the like it is kind of related to AWS only. Then we have event source. So event source is like from where, what is the event source? So that is pretty obvious, S3. AWS reason is kind of US is 2, which we have used. Then after event time, what is the time at which this event happens? So we get the time like 2023 08 23. So the same time. Then after event name, like we have object created, put event happens. Then after it says for user identity. So user identity is the one like which AWS account is responsible for those event. So that is your AWS account principal ID. Then after request parameter, so what is the source IP address, who is responsible for putting this file onto the S3 bucket. So if I open it, like my public IP address, so you will be going to see that my like the file inside, like so my public IP is 103.179.10.222. So it is same. and then after it has like response element, so it is kind of again the Amazon request ID, just to like if you want to do any logging or sort of those things. Then after we have S3, like details around the S3. So what is the S3 schema version? Again, just a event kind of a versioning that AWS is maintaining. Configuration ID is again a unique identifier. Then after bucket information is the bucket name first. Second is who is the owner of that bucket. So kind of that principal ID. Then after we have ARN of the S3 bucket. So that is pretty obvious. All those things are clear. Then after all the information around object, like the file we have uploaded to the S3 bucket. So the file name is provisioned concurrency PDF. So I think the name is very clear. Then after, what is the size of that file? So that is the size. Then after e tag, just e tag is kind of a unique string to identify the uh, like the file. We will going to discuss this in the more detail. I think this is sort of a very long thing we can discuss. Sequencer is kind of every time you uploaded an S3 file on your bucket, like on the same bucket, it will get increased. Okay, so that is kind of a sequencer. You can use it for any of the thing. So this, like, I think this is the way you can trigger any AWS Lambda function from an S3 event. So it doesn't necessary you wanted to have this event on the on put only. So there are multiple kind of event that is supported by AWS. Okay, so you can implement this. Okay, if you have any queries or doubt, you can post it down in the comment section. And if you like this video, if this video helps you in any way to solve the problem in your work, please do subscribe this channel. I constantly posting out content only for AWS. Thank you.